Hello and welcome. I'm up here in the gorgeous Eastern Sierras today, testing out my brand new Rolex Explorer 40mm, and it's been a tough go at it so far, if I'm honest. There's a lot more snow. We're in early June here, but there's a lot more snow than I expected. And yesterday I spent the whole day pretty much digging out the fire roads and the back trails to get my truck farther up to be able to film up here and get some of the photographs I want. So let's rewind a little bit back to that. So I found my campsite tonight. There's no widowmakers above me or anything like that. And on the small hill on this side, I think it'll protect us from the wind. Sorry for the interruption. I caught an amazing photograph a few days after filming my Rolex Explorer video. Stay tuned to the end of this video to see the footage of that. Cheers. So we're in a pretty good spot. I'm gonna call it a night tonight. I cannot believe how much snow is up here. I was in the desert 6 hours ago. It was almost 100 degrees driving up here, and I'm exhausted. I spent all day today digging out the snow to be able to get my truck up this fire road and just get as deep as I could in here. And the thing is, I can't really hike a lot of these trails with all my gear. I have so much gear, it's just too much to carry. So I have to have my truck pretty close. We're far enough away from the road. We're really far away from the road, actually. And the truck's probably about a half mile from where I am right now. So that's not too bad. So I can do 2 or 3 trips, hike my camping gear in. Tomorrow, we'll really get in. We'll get to do some hiking, really get into testing out the Rolex Explorer. It's done great so far. I actually forgot about it when I was shoveling all that snow. It's probably not the best for it with all that impact, but it's tough enough. I checked it up against the time and it didn't lose a beat. It's still day accurate. After all that shoveling today and all day shoveling, let me tell you, God, getting sleepy just thinking about it. It held great time through all that abuse. So I'm impressed. It's a good start to the Rolex Explorer and the testing of it. So I'm going to try something. The weather's not going to be that extreme while I'm out here for this next week or so. And I really want to see how tough this Rolex Explorer is, because I'm going to put it through a lot harsher conditions than this. So I'm really going to test it out. I'm going to leave it out here tonight in the snow. Here and now is the time I really have to test this watch out to know it's fully understand its limits. Because now the truck is close by. We're not in, we're not out in the middle of nowhere. So if the watch fails now and it's under warranty, I need to know its full capability and its limits, because I can't have this watch fail on me when I'm out in the middle of nowhere and I've hiked 10 or 15 miles to capture a photograph, and all of a sudden my watch breaks on me. I have to know that now and now, so now is the time to test its limits. Okay, good morning. It's a bit of a rough night, but here, let's see if I can figure out how to use this thing. Why isn't it tilted? There we go. Okay, well, kind of tilting down. Huh, that's odd. The watch moved a little bit overnight. Oh, snow probably melted and refreezed. Watch slid down the hill a little bit. Oh God, that could have been a disaster. Exhaustion mixed with high altitude. I was not thinking clearly last night. And according to... God, that's incredible. The second slow. Good start to the day. It wouldn't be a Rolex Explorer unless you're scaling rock faces with it. Okay, now you're all up to speed, so I'm going to continue hiking, exploring, follow this creek. Let's see where it goes. I hear a lot of gripes from people that don't like that Rolex only puts the AR anti-reflective coating on the inside of the sapphire instead of both sides, like a lot of their watchmakers do. I actually prefer it because, as you know from past videos, I had an Omega Seamaster with the AR coating on both sides and actually started to peel up the top layer. So I'd rather not even have to deal with it. So, and you can see here, it's not too bad a reflection. It really isn't.
Want to breathe some new life into your home or office? Why not do it with some fine art nature photography? Through my exclusive fine art photography, I celebrate the beauty and grandeur of nature, but also the solitude and peace that I feel when I'm outdoors. Limited to only 18 prints per image, I use the best possible cameras when capturing that perfect moment in time, allowing for amazing image quality on any scale. Industry-leading printers with top quality materials to create these nature scenes as if you were there witnessing them for yourself. Check out my website for more information on these award-winning photographs.
So after hiking with this watch for about 5 miles, 6 miles-ish, I'm kind of been going up and around the lake basin here. First impressions, they're gonna be unfair. Because right now, first off, I'm used to my Rolex Explorer 2 and my Rolex Submariner. This Rolex Explorer, the 40mm, even though it's 40mm, it's beefed up from their 39 and their 36mm, it still feels a little small to me. It doesn't quite feel like a tool watch just yet. Now that's completely unfair to this watch because it's, as you saw last night, it's very tough and very accurate under extreme conditions. So it's unfair. I just got to get kind of used to the sizing. This small sizing, it's really, really comfortable. It's a little bit more comfortable than my other two watches. It doesn't quite feel like a tool yet to me, but I'm sure that'll come because it is quite comfortable. So comfortable, in fact, that I kind of forget about it as I am hiking, which is nice on a day like today where it's probably about 75 degrees, but hiking in the sun feels a lot hotter than that. And with the metal bracelet, no issues, very comfortable. Another thing about this watch that I'm judging too harshly and too soon is this smooth polished bezel. It thing's bright and it catches the sun. I'm not a personal fan of it just yet, but it was interesting to me. I was talking to one of my mountaineering friends. He has the same watch. He got it specifically for that smooth bezel in the way that he doesn't like scratches on his watches, but he scratches all the time. With this smooth bezel, he can polish them out himself very easily. That's why he likes the smooth bezel on this watch. Given I love scratches, either way, I mean, you'll see this watch in 6 months. If we scratch the hell, I'm gonna love it. This you can do both. You have the option, you like scratches, you don't like scratches, which I thought that was interesting. I didn't think about that before I talked to my friend about it. In the short time that I've had this watch, something I really, really like about it that I didn't think I would at the beginning is the sheer simplicity of this watch. Yes, I like it for its elegance and kind of in-town dress watch idea, but out here in the field, it's really helpful and in a way needed. I was just doing a photograph back here and just looking at it to time my exposures. All there is the time, just following the seconds hand for my exposure. Now that might not sound like much, but it is a big difference compared to my other watches. There's so much going on. Rotating bezel, numbers everywhere, GMT hand. Again, it doesn't sound like much, but just that quick glance at such a simple, elegant watch to get what you need, and all I need right now is the time, a quick 6-second exposure. It just simplifies things just a little bit. That makes it very nice when I'm photographing. And there you go. It's hard to say, but the first big scratch right there. Baptized in the Eastern Sierras. There'll be plenty more where those came from. So the morning clouds have dissipated, leaving us with direct sun, which isn't the best for photography or filming. As you can see, this high contrast here. I'm just sitting under a tree, best light I can get at the moment. So I think I'm gonna take a break, head back to camp, have a beer or two, maybe 3, just enjoy, relax, and plan out the rest of the day. Let's head back to camp. Now, despite all the problems I've been having with the snow this trip, let's just say, and I'm not over exaggerating, it has just proven to be a lifesaver. It is hot out. It's 75, 76 degrees and I'm hiking. It is hot. I don't have that much gear up here. I don't have a freezer or a fridge. Oh, wait a second. I do. I've just been keeping my beer in the snow. Perfect refrigerator out in the wilderness when you need it. Cheers. Thank you, Brewery X. Go Angels. Oh man, that tastes good no matter where you go, but that extra flavor of being up in the mountains out in the middle of nowhere, not seeing anybody. Oh, that hit the spot. Okay, so I've been hiking around now for an hour or two and the weather's just not gonna cooperate. That's pretty much par for the course as a landscape photographer. 9 times out of 10, nothing happens. The weather doesn't help you out, so to speak. And you know, that 1 time out of 10, you get that shot, but that's what makes photography so fun. that one time makes it so special. Anyway, last thoughts on my first impression on the Rolex Explorer, the 40 millimeter. As you see, and we haven't put, I wouldn't say we've put it through hell, but I've put this through a lot over the last 48 hours. And accuracy wise, over 48 hours, it's now about a second fast. So impressive nonetheless. You saw from leaving it out overnight, it was about a second slow. It caught up, because now it's about a second fast. So I'll do some more in-depth accuracy tests coming up. First impressions for the Rolex Explorer 40 millimeter. I'm extremely impressed. Well, yeah, actually no, that's too strong. This is what I expected from this watch, and it did not disappoint. Hiking, according to my GPS, I did about 12 miles today. So that's, I mean, it was somewhat easy hiking. There was a cliff face, kind of scaled up that. So it got its, you know, little bumps and bruises on it. Didn't lose accuracy. Cold evening, overnight, didn't lose really accuracy. You know, hiking around, it held its own. And that's all I'm looking for in this watch. And again, it did not disappoint. So for now, the first test, first impressions, this is a great watch. It's simple, it's straight to the point, it's elegant, it's got everything you need. It set a high bar for itself, the history of it, even what Rolex puts out about it. It's a high bar. It met it in spades. I'm impressed with this watch. I have no downfall. I'm not disappointed in any way, shape, or form with this watch. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what you saw, give us a like, hit subscribe. We got a lot more coming out about this watch, the Rolex Explorer 40 millimeter. We'll be doing, God, I'll be up here for another couple days. I'll keep track. I'll let you know about the accuracy after the next 3 or 4 days of me doing the same thing here. I just got to kind of concentrate on my photography for the next 3 days. But I'll keep you updated, and we'll have some real fun stuff. I'll be comparing this against my Rolex Submariner and my Rolex Explorer 2. We'll see which is the best Rolex tool watch. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Cheers. Some little bonus photography footage for you. It's just about 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm heading up to that lake I was at earlier. See if we can get a sunrise. I'm following this creek. There's probably a quicker way for me to get there. But I'm gonna follow the creek because this time of morning, this is where you see the wildlife. And if I come across something pretty, I'll photograph that. But if not, let's hopefully get a good sunrise up at the lake this morning.